What's up and welcome to episode number 323 of Some Shit We Like. And after having a fully loaded table last week, it is just Rick and myself. And we are here a day late because somebody, it's not his fault, you and your Silent Bob stuff. But anyways, that's totally what the vibe you give me. But Rick didn't have internet since what, Wednesday?
Tuesday.
Wednesday? I feel like it was like since Wednesday.
I don't know, you're smarter than me. You remember shit better than I do.
Maybe it was Wednesday.
Probably Wednesday.
It might have been Tuesday. It definitely wasn't
Anyways,
Wednesday.
I didn't have any
Regardless, didn't have internet until Saturday afternoon, and at that point, it was just later, and we just figured we'll just wait until Sunday because, well, Comic-Con is still happening and occurring today. Most of the big stuff is already out there, so we waited until today. So that's why you follow us on social media, and that's how you will know when we go live. Yeah. That's it. So if you don't catch us live, that's okay, because you can catch the full audio version of the podcast on someshitwelike.com and your favorite podcasting service. We should be on there. You'll find us. And if you don't want just audio, we will start putting up clips in video form on YouTube throughout the week. And then on Friday, I'm not going to give the list or schedule because last week Rick had fucking 7 total videos, I believe, including the full video. So it's not just a Tuesday thing anymore. So there'll be clips up throughout the week, and then the full show will be up on Friday, which will be the closest experience you will get to the live stream.
That is correct, sir.
And that is what we do. We talk about video games. We're not going to this week, I don't think. Not just because Mike isn't here, but because there's just a lot of other shit to talk about.
There's so much to talk about, yeah.
But yeah, we talk about literally shit we like. I don't even like saying that we talk about movies, Like, yeah, we talk about whatever the hell we want. That's what we do.
That's what we do here. And today is mostly Comic-Con related with a few other bonus reviews of other things we watched. We watched a lot. Now that I think about it. So, shall we just jump right into it?
Yeah, please do, because it's hot. It is hot. Let's just start. Well, how are you, Rick? Let's start with that. Are you good? Are you well? You happy to be connected again?
Yes. I feel connected to the world again now that the internet's working, now that we can stream, now that we got Wolf here.
I was going to say we could have always done an offline show, but then we wouldn't have been
able
we could
to watch
have clips and stuff. Oh, I guess we could have through our phones.
We
could have still done it, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Worst case, we still could have. I mean, our phones. Oh, that reminds me. So, my service.
Oh, yeah. So, because I had no internet, I had to rely on the wonderful AT&T. Sarcasm. It sucks in here. Like, I only got 2 bars if I'm really lucky.
I'm going to restart my phone.
And then 1 bar most of the time, which ends up dropping to, like, 4G.
So, I want to make sure I'm getting an accurate signal.
It's funny because I put it out there on Twitter, and then AT&T replied back to me.
What'd they say?
They're like, "Oh, please DM us with your account number, and we can see what the problem is." I'm like, I hate those automated shit, like responses, even though they say that they're not, because you know that they are. Hey, Wolf, with the 4 months, you've been here for a long time.
I thought you said what the 4 months, like what
with
the fuck? No, I thought you said what the 4.
Yeah,
I know,
4 months
I know.
sub.
Thank you, Wolf. We appreciate that. Absolutely. Thank you.
And yeah, so they replied back. They at me on Twitter, and then I didn't even bother replying back because, like, there's no point, because they're going to ask me, oh, did you restart your phone? Did you close all your apps? Did you do the cache things? Like, yeah, bitch, I've done all that. You don't need to tell me how to do shit. And
Rick is angry today.
I'm angry today. So yeah, I'm gonna probably look around, leave AT&T after.
It might not be an AT&T thing.
It
might be here, because if it makes you feel better, it says I have LTE, but I have like the lowest. It almost looks like I have nothing.
Well, the thing about
Verizon.
the thing about my area too, when I went to college, in this area, I went to many colleges. I remember I took a radio communications class, and like in this area in particular, it has like a lot of high frequencies and low frequencies. That reception for a lot of things is always very struggling.
When we're done, I'll see how it is outside. Like, maybe it's like this room. I don't know.
That was like back in like 2004 or something.
Because I never noticed it before, because I'm always connected to your Wi-Fi. But yeah, I don't have.
No.
I probably have the equivalent of 1 bar right now. It's a
nice picture.
Oh, thank you.
But anyways, yeah. So it sucks. AT&T sucks, but I think we all know that.
That might be the case, but it's very possible that for some reason this could also just be a dead zone. They'll be further investigating.
Yeah, so. I mean, I looked at the map on AT&T's thing and it says, "Oh, it's all good."
Well, of course, it's going to say that.
It's going to say that. Yeah.
All right, let's get started because I can already tell I'm going to get hot. It's already hot. There's no air conditioning in this room, just so you guys know when we complained about it being hot.
Yeah. We
have a fan. It doesn't do the job. We've been talking about Comic-Con. Did we?
We didn't go to Comic-Con.
Yeah, we didn't go to Comic-Con. But anyways, Marvel was back and they had their panel and they talked about Phase 4. They introduced some of their plans for Phase 4.
Which now seems to be all the...
Well, a lot of it was TV. A lot of it was the TV stuff. Black Widow's a movie.
Is TV the right term? Disney Plus?
Whatever you want to call it. Shows, series, whatever.
Yeah. Well, with the exception of Black Widow.
Is Black Widow the only movie?
Yeah.
What isn't Thor's a movie. Thor: Love and Thunder is definitely a movie. And Doctor Strange is a movie too.
Yeah. So
I don't know what else. I don't know what's considered movie or not. Let's see. What's up, Marvel? So Marvel's announced a whole lot of films that would theoretically appear in Phase 4, with many of them. Blah blah blah. Okay. Black Widow's currently shooting.
Yes.
Okay. Scroll down. Are those all movies?
Yeah.
Those are all the movies.
Yeah.
Okay. So the movies, as far as you know, are Black Widow, The Eternals, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, and Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yes. Black Widow is coming out May 1st of 2020, which has David Harbour. Yeah, that's his last name? Harbour?
Yeah, from Stranger Things.
In it, which I forgot, apparently, or didn't know. I think we knew that. Movie I'm excited for. I love Scarlett Johansson. I love the Black Widow character. The Eternals, which I really know nothing about.
Most of this other stuff you know nothing about. If you watch it live, I gave Rick crap about this.
What's it called?
Shang-Chi.
It comes out February 12th. Doctor Strange is coming out.
Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
May 7th, 2021. And Thor, May...
Love and Thunder, November 5th, 2021.
I just wanted to put the dates in there.
Okay.
Big news about Thor is that we're getting Natalie Portman back as Thor herself.
Yeah. What was the whole story? Like, isn't there somewhat of a background to why she wasn't in some of the other movies?
Yes, because...
Was it a time?
They didn't bring back... I think it was she had a... falling out with Marvel because Patty Jenkins wasn't coming back to direct the third Thor, I believe, was the reason why.
Okay.
She did the Dark World, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
You can look that up because my keyboard is not working. Oh, there it goes. But yeah, I know Patty Jenkins directed the Dark World, Thor, the Dark World, and apparently because they didn't bring her back.
There was a falling out.
There was a falling out between Portman and
because Patty Jenkins decided not to bring her back.
No. Marvel didn't want to bring back Patty Jenkins.
Okay. They didn't want to bring Patty Jenkins.
Yeah.
Jenkins. Okay, got it.
But anyways,
Thor part Thor.
Yeah. So she wasn't
Broken Wolf said, I mean, I guess I don't see how you could do that and not have him be in it, but I mean, Wolf was pretty convinced that Chris Hemsworth is absolutely going to be in. When I first read and said that she's playing Thor, and just knowing what happened in Endgame, I was under the impression that at best Chris Hemsworth would have like a cameo in the movie, and that maybe he wouldn't really be in it.
No.
So I don't know if there's something I missed on that, but Broken Wolf seemed to say that he should have a pretty main role.
Forget everything I said about Patty Jenkins. She didn't direct Thor.
Okay.
But I think that was the reason why.
Just erase it. The power of editing, or whatever.
She didn't direct
Anyways,
it.
Who knows? But yeah, it's cool that she is back in the fold. I think that was actually one of the things that I liked about Thor is...
Natalie Portman?
Her
character?
Again, going into it, really not being a fan or not knowing anything about it, I didn't know what to expect. And so I think I was surprised at how accessible Thor ended up being. And like you had like the love relationship, and then there's a lot of funny in the movie, you know? And so like...
Kat Dennings.
Yeah, I remember. Right. And so I liked all that dynamic.
I liked her character.
And so when that was all gone, because as of the second movie she was gone, right? By the second
Third
movie she was gone. Third movie she was gone. So by the third movie, it was kind of like, oh, that kind of sucks. But and I think wasn't her role kind of no, it wasn't. It was still pretty.
In the second one, it was
second
big.
movie was big.
She had the
so
ether
cool.
inside of her.
Right. It's cool that she's back. So Bolo says, and I think Broken Wolf said this earlier too, that the Doctor Strange movie is supposed to be spooky. I think that sounds really interesting.
I didn't know that.
Apparently it's supposed to be creepy, and yeah, I think that sounds really cool. I think Broken Wolf said earlier it'd be the first movie in the MCU that's actually going for like a scary thing. That sounds really interesting. As someone who, if I'm being honest, I think I fell asleep during Doctor Strange and never quite finished it. So I think that sounds really cool.
Yeah, I mean, with the title "The Multiverse of Madness," then
sounds really interesting.
I mean,
the Eternals is something you're familiar with, or you're not?
I am not familiar with the Eternals.
And then what about?
I heard Angelina Jolie is in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, wait, isn't the Eternals? What's the one where they kind of rattled off like the whole cast?
What do you mean?
There was one thing where they gave like a bunch of cast info. I don't know if it was I don't know what it was. Bolo, help me out. There was something where they listed off the actors and who was playing who. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, I can't say.
I don't remember.
But Fantastic Four. I am also hyped for Fantastic Four.
Which is pretty much like it was hinted at, but it wasn't really talked about in this panel. So
yeah. So, I mean, they have them now, so now they can do whatever they want. I still throw my casting hat in the ring for John Krasinski and Emily Blunt. I think that's perfect.
For what?
Do it for Mr. Fantastic and Mr. and Mrs. Fantastic.
I can't comment.
And X-Men reboot by Marvel. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I'm curious to see how they're gonna handle that because X-Men themselves have their own fucking universe to do whatever they want with. Like they can go off and make whatever they like their own story. They can actually, in fact, like with X-Men, they can make their own MCU.
Mm-hmm.
You know, side MCU if they wanted to.
Just
with how much
you think
characters.
They'll do that?
I don't know. I kind of hope they do with, and like if the story crosses over to like, the main MCU, not to say that it's bigger or than the other, but like,
I'm listening, by the
Storm has to go help out over here, like that would be cool, that's why there's then like no explanation, as far as like, we already have the X-Men branded, or not branded, but we already have the X-Men settled in the universe, so here's Storm, But again, like, I don't know, I'm just giving my speculations as far as how to introduce the X-Men and how they'll integrate him with the current people.
Okay, yeah. Well, I guess we just have to wait and see for that.
Yeah.
Eternals is what I was thinking of. They basically rattle off, like Angelina Jolie, Richard Madden, like, this is... I don't know, yeah. This is the cast for the Eternals.
Oh, okay.
So...
Yeah, I didn't know what
Kumail Nanjiani's in it too.
Oh, he is?
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Oh, see, Rick?
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
oh, yeah, that's
exactly.
Cool. Not like you're referring to something we did earlier. So that's cool.
So yeah,
Angelina Jolie, yeah.
Angelina Jolie, Richard Madden, Kumail how do you say it? Nanjiani?
Yeah.
Lauren Ridloff, Brian Tyree, Henry, Salma Hayek, Leah McHugh, and Don Lee.
And that's set for November 6th, 2020.
November 2020.
Yeah, Marvel's been grabbing like pretty mainstream actors now.
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone wants a chunk of change of superhero movie money.
Eternals sounds interesting. In this article, it says, even as a diehard comic book fan, I can't say I've read but one Eternals series, but the basic premise is that they're a group of immortal gods that's been sent to Earth to protect it from an equally powerful threat known as the Deviants.
Yeah, I think they kind of made some kind of reference to the Eternals in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't watch it, I just heard that.
This is from Complex Magazine, or .com.
But yeah.
So yeah, Eternals is what I was thinking of, where they basically like rattled off the cast.
Gotcha.
What do you know about Shang-Chi and the Legend of
Nothing.
Ten Rings? Okay.
I know nothing. Other
All
than
right.
the 10 rings, I know it has to do with the Mandarin.
Okay. Master of Kung Fu and Shang-Chi. I wonder if it's Shang-Chi or Shang-Chi. Anyways, and The Legend of Ten Rings will be the first Asian-led film from Marvel.
Yeah.
Destin Daniel Cretton will direct the film with David Callahan.
Oh, shit.
You know who Destin Daniel Cretton is?
Well, I just read after that.
Yeah.
Who
Short Term
previously
12.
worked on Short Term 12, which was a
And
fucking great movie.
David Callum wrote the sequel to Zombieland, which we don't know whether to say that's awesome or not because we haven't
That's
seen
news.
it. What?
Zombieland. We didn't talk about Zombieland.
Well, there's nothing.
Yeah.
Just a poster.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we knew it was coming. And Wonder Woman 1984. Okay, let's move on to the next. Oh wait, hold on, wait. And not the Strong Man. Okay, Tony Leung will play the Mandarin, and Awkwafina will have an as yet announced role. So Awkwafina is going to be in that. So that's a big get too, because she's kind of been a big actress. Moving along.
Aquafina is just...
I know, right? So Doctor Strange we already kind of talked about.
Yeah.
That sounds really interesting. Wait, let's go. Let's see what they say. So, and will be Marvel's first attempt at something more akin to a horror film. Like,
Wow.
I'm in. We're gonna make the first scary MCU film. Director Scott Derrickson told the Hall H crowd as James Wan also appeared. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
What?
I'm kidding.
I missed that.
I'm kidding.
Elizabeth Olsen will also appear as the Scarlet Witch.
Tied directly into the next Strange film, Elizabeth Olsen will appear as Scarlet Witch.
Cool.
Look, I'm making you more excited one movie at a time. We already talked to shit about Thor, Love and Thunder.
Captain Marvel 2, Fantastic Four, and Blade.
Okay.
I'm excited for Fantastic Four a lot, too.
So yeah, here's the stuff that we kind of... So Kevin Feige, or however you say his name, also reminded the crowd that Black Panther 2 is coming, Guardians 3 is coming, Captain Marvel 2 is coming, the Fantastic Four is coming. So yeah, while the first two had already been announced, Feige's proclamation served as confirmation of the latter two.
Yeah.
And then that is what led into Mahershala Ali, if that's how you say his name, appearing on stage because he's been cast as Blade. Are you a fan of Blade? Did you like the movies?
Yeah, with Wesley Snipes. Yeah, I did like
So
him.
is this exciting for you?
Yes. I like the character of Blade. I read a few Blade comics, but again, like I never read as much as I did with Spider-Man or X-Men. So, but I did like his character a lot, and his character does cross over into like other MCU comics.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they all cross over, but I'm really excited for Fantastic Four. I read Fantastic Four, or used to read Fantastic Four back in the day. I know people shit on the very first Fantastic Four movie, but I thought it was fun family movie.
Okay.
But I mean, I still don't like Jessica Alba at all for that role.
Mm-hmm. I thought you were saying as a person. I was like, damn.
No. I heard she's a bitch. But as far as like the second one, Rise of Silver Surfer, like they had a good movie there with just the Silver Surfer.
Speaking of that, I've been told from my informant that apparently Scarlett Johansson is also a bit of an asshole too.
Oh, really?
Well, I guess there's talk that she thinks she's she is a bitch. She met her, so yeah. That's what Annie's saying. No, I'm just kidding. But she thinks she's entitled to taking roles for minorities and LGBTQ.
Oh, I've read that article too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, go down. I think they cover the shows in a second. So yeah, here's the Disney Plus shows. Unless you want to talk more about Blade, I don't know.
Yeah, we can go.
Okay, so the shows that they announced. This could be interesting. We'll see how they do. So I didn't realize Falcon and the Winter Soldier was a show.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah, so that's one of them. That's coming in 2020 of fall.
That's pretty big.
Wow.
Anthony
Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan will be playing.
Now I don't. What is WandaVision? Do you even know?
I don't know. I just know they announced
So
it.
it's intended to explore the Scarlet Witch's headspace after losing her boyfriend and being dust for 5 years. Joining the cast is Teyonah Parris, known for her starring turn in Spike Lee's She-Rock, wherever you say that, as Monica Rambeau. Monica last appeared as a child in Captain Marvel, but in the comics she's also the hero Spectrum. That's 2021.
Oh, yeah. Was she the daughter of Captain Marvel's
Yeah.
friend?
See, isn't this segment way better than before? I'm slowly getting you excited. I wish Wolf was still here so you could see this. Loki is also coming to Disney Plus. Tom Hiddleston appeared briefly. They don't say much about it. It appears to be focused on the Loki who stole the Tesseract in Avengers Endgame. That could be interesting.
Okay.
That could be really interesting. And then
the what if.
What if? So Jeffrey Wright, I guess, narrated a brief sequence from Disney Plus show What If. Served as the announcement of his role as the Watcher, a cosmic being that oversees the multiverse and perceives.
We saw them on screen.
A huge cast of characters will appear, with everyone from Haley Atwell, the first actor confirmed for the series, to Natalie Portman reprising their Marvel roles. They will premiere in summer 2021. Man, Disney Plus sounds like it's going to be a juggernaut. There's some fucking...
Can't wait for that long.
There's actually... For what?
What ifs.
Oh, okay. And Hawkeye, Jeremy Renner... an animated teaser, which will focus on training. Another hero with no powers. Kate Bishop. Kate Bishop?
Yeah, that's...
Is she like a tall blonde girl? Who is she?
She's Hawkeye's daughter, right?
Hold on.
Right, Bolo? Pretty sure she's Hawkeye's daughter. Katie Bishop.
Okay. Yeah, you're probably right. I was thinking somebody else. I don't know who I was thinking of. Just the name sounded familiar. They don't know who will play. Okay, duh, that's a character. I thought that was an actual real life person. Who'll play Bishop. I can't talk. We still don't know who will play Bishop at Weeb.
Oh, really?
Okay.
I thought they were gonna. That is Hawkeye's daughter, right?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought you looked it up.
No, it wasn't who I thought it was.
Oh. Grew up, blah, 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 father, Derek. Okay, maybe I was wrong. Never mind.
Okay. So that's pretty much what they announced. And that's our first look into Phase 4.
Next is The Witcher trailer from Netflix. This one came out Friday. That's the video game based one, right?
It's actually based on books, which I didn't realize.
I thought it was
a video game. It is a video game, but apparently the
books
are based, or the video game's based on books.
Okay.
Did you watch this already?
No.
I'm hearing stories about witches. Is it true what they say?
Elves are the original sorcerers of the continent. When humans and monsters arrived, elves taught humans how to turn chaos into magic. And then the humans slaughtered them.
Chaos is the most dangerous thing in this world. But without control, chaos will kill you.
So that's all life is to you? Monsters and money?
It's all it needs to be.
Something out there waits for you.
This child will be extraordinary.
Yennefer, imagine the most powerful woman in the world. Do you have what it takes?
You've got her here. She's why they came. You can't outrun destiny just because you're terrified of it. It's coming. Fight Guild of Rivia.
I can't do this without you.
No matter what you choose, you'll come out bloody.
I like Netflix's new logo thingy. A little bit at the end.
What, the graphic?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice or pick up on it. So I was always been kind of mildly interested in playing. Not mildly. I was always wanting to dip my toe in playing The Witcher 3, and I just never did. What are you doing?
Okay, go for it. It actually started playing again.
So yeah, I've always kind of wanted to play The Witcher 3. Never did. So I don't really know much about. I don't know much about the game. The trailer to me, it looks fine. I don't know if the trailer really wins me over and makes me want to watch the show. I might check out an episode to see. But yeah, I haven't played the game. I haven't read the books, which I just learned actually via watching the trailer when it said based on the books. I was like, oh, based on the books. I didn't know that the video game was also based on books. But yeah.
Oh, it's a
What's your
series.
take on it? Yeah, it's a series.
Same, like I don't know about the books or the video. I never played the game. They have a very Game of Thrones filter on this.
What? Just how it looks?
That's how it looks. I thought it looked like the colors and all that.
I mean, you don't watch that show, but okay.
I watched the first episode.
Yeah, and apparently that's enough.
But I don't know. This fantasy type of things don't really interest me.
Mm-hmm.
This kind of looks interesting to me enough to like maybe watch at least the pilot or the first episode. I mean,
I'll maybe check out an episode. Maybe I'll see what reviews are for it first. Which, yes, I think you should form your own opinion. But
the spider thing at the end was awesome.
yeah,
It's scary at the same time.
yeah,
Much better graphics, but it reminded me of that episode of Gilligan's Island where there's that giant spider. I don't know if you remember.
kind of vaguely.
In the cave, like that scared me as a fucking child. But yeah, the spider graphic at the end caught me for sure. Yeah, 2 episodes rather than just the 1 episode. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it takes maybe 3 episodes.
yeah. I'm not
Like
saying.
that's the way you told me with Westworld. You told me to watch at least
Yeah.
the first 3 episodes, right?
Did you watch any?
I watched the 1.5 episodes.
Good. See, there you go.
But
Yeah, I don't mean literally like I'll watch one and stop. Like, but at the same time, I agree. Like, I do agree with that. With that, you should. Yeah, I know. I do agree that you should usually watch something. Give it a couple episodes. But like, so far nothing about this is grabbing me personally, and it's just as I just don't have a background with it. So if I watch the first episode and it still does nothing for me, I just don't know that I'll be inspired to want to watch another episode. But we'll see. Again, I'm more open-minded, unlike this guy over here. Right, Rick?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole fantasy type stuff, like I said, it's not up my alley, but
I think it just depends on what it is. Like, I would say that I can't say that fantasy's always spoken to me, but I don't know. If something looks good, then it just depends.
yeah. And then Thunderfoot said that someone who hasn't played the game, I don't feel compelled to watch. Maybe.
And that's kind of where I'm at. I'm sure someone that's played the
Maybe
games
someone
and read
has
the books
played.
are going to be more interested in watching it. But
Mike played it, right?
Mike has played The Witcher 3 a bit. I think he's played a decent amount. I don't know if he definitely hasn't beaten it, but that's kind of where I'm at, Thunderfoot Bros. Like, it's just one of those things where, as a standalone trailer, I don't think it, blew me away.
Took me a while to realize that was Henry Cavill.
Oh yeah,
Um,
you said I know. Superman.
yeah. All right, next trailer is from Wolf, who dropped it or actually, I pulled it up, but he told us in chat. It's called Don't Let Go.
Is this from Comic-Con, Wolf, or is this just something that came out this week? I guess it doesn't matter. Just play it and then he'll tell us.
So let's check this out right now, if I can get it into movie mode.
Hey, Ashley.
Hey, Uncle Jack.
The best thing about your dad being such a screw-up is I get to spend time with my favorite niece. Hey, Ashley. Ashley? 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 No, God. I'm so sorry, Jack. Tell me this isn't happening. I prayed for a second chance to save her. Who is this?
Who do you think it is?
Where are you calling from?
I'm at my house. In my bedroom.
What's the date today?
It's June 25th.
Believe it or not, I'm sitting right here. 2 weeks in the future.
I don't understand.
There's a crime that in your time hasn't yet happened. Your dad's gonna die. Your mom's gonna die. And so are you. But as long as you're alive, you can change things.
2 days to live? What's that?
Just reconstructing the timeline.
Who did it?
We don't know that yet.
This is kind of
There's people here. There's
Yeah.
my card.
Ashley,
I'm
turn
sorry,
around and
this.
go. Jack,
Day
tell
one.
me what's going on.
watching content from it, so you can see it.
Not gonna die. Not gonna let that happen.
Damn it. I don't want to buy tickets.
Why, dude? You could buy tickets now for Phase 4.
That looks cool. That definitely reminds me of Frequency.
Yeah, I like that sort of storytelling.
Yeah.
I'll check that out at some point. I think you're more excited about it than I am.
I am. Yeah. Because,
Right.
like,
It looks cool.
I really love that movie, Frequency, a
Oh,
lot.
I love Frequency.
And I love the way, like, how...
Frequency is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
If people haven't seen Frequency, not the TV show, which I
Yeah.
have not watched, but I'm not shitting on the TV show because I haven't seen it.
I've watched...
I
watched it.
I don't shit on things I haven't seen yet. But the movie is fucking awesome. So if you've never seen Frequency, definitely see Frequency.
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely a trip. It's trippy.
But
it's
it
trippy.
looks really cool.
But I am definitely want to see this movie.
You thinking like day 1 or more like day 7 or 8?
Maybe 7.
Yeah, all right. I'm just checking.
But I definitely want to see this movie.
I hate you so much. Just want you to know.
Okay. That's all right. I still love you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for...
Yeah, Wolf, thanks for
Thank
that.
you for that,
Yeah.
Wolf.
Because I had no idea about this.
Anyways, all right. I'm curious to see what you think about this since you just talked about not really being that into fantasy. I still don't know what Well, let's watch it.
All right. Well, set it up first. It's a new series from HBO. This also was premiered at Comic-Con.
Yeah. There was a trailer... Sorry, just to clarify. There was a trailer that they showed right after Game of Thrones, and then this is a new trailer they showed at Comic-Con. It is based on a book series. And that's it.
yeah.
And what's it called?
His Dark Materials.
Gentlemen, there is a war raging right now with the Magisterium. Between those trying to keep us in ignorance and those willing to fight for truth and freedom.
McAvoy?
Who will stand with me?
I love
This
that.
kind of heresy is of the highest priority to the Magisterium. I need to know where he's going and what he intends to achieve.
Gronk was packing up to leave. You're not leaving!
I can't stay! The North is no place for a child.
Myra, the Master has asked if I can find a place for you. And I want you as my assistant.
You're an explorer too, just like my uncle.
I can teach you to wield power, but you must let me mold you.
We believe there is an organization that is stealing children and taking them north.
Sometimes children can just disappear.
I promised to do everything I could to protect you from harm. This, it's an alethiometer. It is illegal unless approved by the Magisterium.
What does it do?
It tells you the truth. She has to make a journey. One which I'm afraid includes a great betrayal.
It's trying to warn me of something.
I suspect it's trying to warn you of everything.
He scores me. I can fight. I can fly.
What question should we be asking you that we are not?
The Magisterium have muscle. I would ask where I could obtain the services of an armored bear.
Yorick Bernison. I'm ready to fight.
It's people need our help, Yorick. Let's go get them.
How am I supposed to trust you when no one tells me the truth?
It's time.
I know.
I am in on that.
You are in on that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that looks good.
There's a lot going on in that trailer, like a lot. I'm glad to see that you are in.
Yeah, that looks interesting.
Yeah, it's something.
It is her, the little girl from Logan.
What?
The girl in this is from Logan.
Oh, well, I haven't seen Logan, so I don't know.
You haven't seen Logan?
No, I haven't, Rick.
Um,
Because Logan doesn't. I saw the trailer, and Logan didn't interest me.
yeah, this looks pretty cool. It feels like a movie,
But it's a series.
but it's a series. Is it one of those like short series?
I think
ones?
so. I think there's actually only been 3 books. I don't know if the series is going to be short, but I think there's been 3 books.
Yeah, this looks really good, and it has actors I like in it. James McAvoy and Ruth Wilson. She was in that movie or that TV show Luther.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever saw that.
No.
That's pretty good, freaking great series. Yeah.
Did I? Yeah, I did. Wait, no. That's crazy. So it's not him. Like, this is gonna sound, but I totally thought that was Morgan Freeman in the trailer, but it's not. And no, someone even comments like that. It look like his name's Lester Freeman, however you say his name, looking more like Morgan Freeman, which is funny. That's funny. Is that actually his fucking name? It's not Morgan Freeman. It's Lester Freeman. That's
funny.
Actually, really funny. But it totally looked like him, like big time.
Oh, sorry about that, Thunderfoot. Yeah, we do a lot of cussing around here. Apparently, his daughter.
Did we? Is that? Wait, what? Sorry, guys, man, and cousin.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like. Yeah, again, like not into fantasy type of stuff, but this is different. I feel like this has a little twist to it compared to like The Witcher. The polar bear with the helmet at the end. So it's funny, but it's badass at the same time.
Well, you know what cracks me up is like the polar bear's name is Eoric or something, and I thought they said Yorick or something. And I'm like, oh, Rick has to watch this show. I had to double check on that. Yeah, I think it looks really interesting. That's another show where like I'm kind of honestly on the fence with it because I just don't like I need to watch an episode and see if it sucks me in. But I'm definitely going to. So
I'm more into this. Yeah.
Then what?
The Witcher.
Okay.
Just because
yeah,
we just
same.
kind of talked about
Same.
it.
Same.
But yeah, that looks awesome.
So his Dark Materials
comes out
in the fall. It starts in the fall.
In the fall?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, premiering this fall on HBO.
So this was Tim Raven.
Yeah. Tim sent this to us through Instagram. A request. It's called 3 from Hell of Rob Zombie. So let's give this a watch. Hopefully it doesn't scare me too bad.
Gruesome, they are scary.
The search for the fugitives known as the Devil's
So
Rejects resulted in a violent clash with police.
Is this a sequel? Or maybe it's just part of the universe?
Chances for survival are less than 1,000,000 to 1.
There's no justice in this world. I am justice.
They're trying to blame us, but we didn't do it.
Free the 3!
Free the 3! Free the 3! Free the 3!
Jesus. Now we can have a real Day of the Dead.
Any last words?
I still want to party.
I'm just a clown dancing for the friends of mankind.
Just go.
This
is my death factory. You are the product.
I love it.
Hello, America. Did you miss me?
Yeah, I feel like this is probably a sequel.
I'll double check.
But yeah.
What did you think of that? Looks weird.
That's not for me. That's a little too.
Come on, after the
serial killery for me.
You don't serial killer isn't your thing? I'm just saying, like, we just saw a weird fucking movie this week.
That's true. That
movie-
is true, but this is a little too much, I think, for me to handle.
I think you thought that about Midsommar too. And then you saw it. It's a follow-up film, The House of a Thousand Corpses and The Devil's Rejects, which I haven't seen either of those. Have you?
No, I haven't. I think at a point I wanted to see it in the past when I saw the trailers in the past, but I never got around to it.
I think it looks really interesting.
Just because I wanted to see a Rob Zombie movie. But did a really good job of scaring the shit out of me in that trailer.
I'm intrigued by that. And that looks really. It looks.
I think
it also looks fucking weird. Though.
It does look weird. But I think now that I know these are like kind of connected to those other ones, I'm like slightly intrigued. I just don't know if I'll go out of my way to go watch.
We'd have to watch the other two.
Yeah. But yeah,
I'm intrigued.
Rob Zombie has a twisted mind for sure.
Definitely intrigued.
Next trailer we have for you is Watchmen, the actual trailer for HBO's Watchmen, which I am excited about.
Did you watch this trailer?
I did not.
So how can you be excited? Maybe the trailer sucks.
Well, I'm excited. I see what you're doing.
I mean, it works both ways, man. It works both ways.
This is a stick up.
I don't have my earbuds in.
You just missed him saying this is a stick up, and that's it.
This is a stick up.
Who are you? Who am I? If I knew the answer to that, I wouldn't be wearing a mask.
There are people who believe that this world is fair and good. It's all lollipops and rainbows. We don't do lollipops and rainbows. We know those are pretty colors that just hide what the world really is. Black and white.
Soon thou shalt save us, and we will whisper.
We convinced ourselves that they were gone, but they were just hibernating. They came for everybody. All please.
Coordinated simultaneous attacks at the homes of Tulsa PD. So the cops hide their faces, and now the bad guys don't know where they live. And who doesn't want a secret identity?
Ta-da!
People who wear masks are dangerous. We should be scared of them.
Why?
Because they're hiding something.
Lori Blake, FBI. You know how you can tell the difference between a masked cop and a vigilante?
No.
Me neither.
There was a vast and insidious conspiracy at play. If I told you about it, your head would explode.
Who are you?
Maybe, I'm Dr. Manhattan.
He lives on fucking Mars.
You curse too much.
Oh, shit!
Nothing ever ends. It's only just begun.
Well,
I don't remember. I have to
you
be
don't
honest.
remember Watchmen?
I don't remember the movie at all. Like, I know I saw it. I just barely remember it. And then the trailer. Wait, so you weren't interested, but now that you know more, you're interested. Interesting. Thank you, Wolf. Honestly, dude, I was going to say this just because that was a shit show. I think when we're done with all this stuff, I think we should... People who saw it live, they saw it live. I think we should re-record the Marvel thing and do a more proper segment because it ended up just being us arguing. And that should be the clip. No, because it's us. It's just us bickering. Like, we didn't even give it any attention. So when we get there, I think we should do that because I just don't think that that's fair. But anyways, that's really funny. I don't remember the Watchmen. Like, I just don't remember it very well. So when I watch that trailer, like, I don't catch any of the references. Like, I just don't remember. Honestly, if that was called something else entirely, I don't even know that I would give it a second thought. But because it's called The Watchmen, and because I saw the movie, and because I know people are pretty passionate about it, I will watch and see it if it gets me. But the trailer didn't do a whole lot for me, but that's also because I'm just not super familiar with the source material.
Oh.
So?
Yeah, I enjoyed the movie.
Who did the movie? Zack Snyder. Okay, I was totally blanking on his name.
Yeah, I enjoyed the movie a lot. I know a lot of people didn't like it because of the way it ended. It didn't like the comics, blah, blah, blah. That aside, like, visually, it was a fantastic movie.
Mm-hmm.
Both with, like, the visual effects and everything practical and the costumes and the attention to detail to get the scenes exactly from the comics. That was awesome. I have the Blu-ray, so, like, I know I'm watching this because I like the characters. I like the noir aspect of the movie. I don't know.
I mean, you're gonna watch the show?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, but I mean, like, of the movie, it has a noir aspect. This one feels, I don't know if it's like, it feels more like a cop movie-ish in a way. But yeah, Rorschach was amazing. So I am in on this. Yeah. So Dr. Manhattan is the blue guy.
That I remember.
Yeah.
It's just so fuzzy.
He was nude like every in a few scenes.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I know if I watch it, it'll come back to me, but it's just like,
I'm sure it will. Yeah, I'm sure it will.
I mean, so, like, how does that trailer excite you, like, big time?
Yeah, because, like, we saw, I'm forgetting his name. I think it's Nighthawk, if I remember correctly, which is bad that I'm not remembering. But, like, his ship that you see in the movie is in this, and it looks like some people that aren't supposed to be driving it are driving it.
Is that a regular character? Can I help you in some way?
Yeah, he's one of the main characters. He was played by Patrick Wilson.
Night Owl.
There you go. Yeah. So it looks like someone else is driving his ship. Because this, I believe this does take place after the movie.
Wolf says they said that it's not a sequel or a prequel to the movie, but it does take place in the same timeline as the movie.
But yeah, I like the nods to it. I like everything that I saw in this. So
cool.
I want to see it. Another one from HBO that I want to see.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll check it out. But yeah, like I don't know.
You just don't remember. You'll have to watch the movie again, I think.
Probably. Well, maybe not though. Like Wolf said, it's not a sequel or a prequel. Like so, it's not. It's not so much that I feel like I'll have to watch the movie again. I mean, I would.
Visually, it's a really cool movie.
I know, but just do I have 7 hours of my life to set aside?
Well, just don't watch the director's cut. The director's cut is like what, 5 hours?
Have you seen that one?
The director's cut? Yeah, it's long as shit. I don't remember how long it is, but I think it's like 3.5 hours.
It's
or
cool.
Some shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, you can look it up if you want.
It's cool. Regina King. It's cool that she's in it.
She is in it.
Yeah, she's the
Don, okay. Yeah.
Don Johnson apparently too. Jeremy Irons.
Yeah.
It's something I'll definitely check out. Again, some of the stuff doesn't totally hit the target for me, but I will check it out.
Yeah, that line doesn't recall your memory.
No.
Where Rorschach says, "I'm not locked in." When he's in jail, he's like, "I'm not locked in here with
kind
you."
of.
You're locked
Okay,
in here
yeah,
with me.
it sort of
You're
does.
locked in
It sort
here
of
with
does.
me. That was like an awesome line.
That's another thing that I went to see because a bunch of people were going, and so I'm like, fine, I'll go see the movie.
3.5 hours. Yeah. Fucking shit was long. Anyways, excited for that one.
One more trailer.
Next and last trailer.
Have you watched this trailer?
I have.
Okay, I was gonna say, I'm like, you got some impressive willpower.
No, I did, but I watched it on my phone, so I didn't get this full experience.
Yeah.
But anyways, what we're talking about is Jay and Silent Bob Reboot. Finally, we got a trailer for this. So we're gonna watch that right now, and it's a Red Band trailer.
All right, you motherfuckers. I know you in there. Come out right now. Drop the motherfucking plan.
That son of a bitch doesn't have a dick.
He's got a fucking dick. He just got it tucked in.
Identify yourselves, motherfuckers!
I'm Jay, and this is my hetero life mate, Silent Bob.
Don't tell me you guys have no idea there's a new comic book movie being made of the old comic book movie you two are the basis for.
That old-ass star-studded piece of shit, that movie sucked balls.
Suck asshole, too.
Your Honor, I object.
I'll allow it. That movie did suck balls and asshole.
We got 3 days to get to Hollywood and stop this reboot from ever happening.
Boys, I had a baby. Jay, brace yourself. You're about to meet our love child.
I think I'm gonna need to see a blood test.
No, Jay. This is my daughter, Millennium Falcon.
Can you take us to Hollywood with you?
Fuck no, man! It's a tough-ass neighborhood.
Either you take us to Hollywood, or I stab you both to death on my own front fucking lawn!
And on that note, we cue the music.
Fuck!
I'm glad you guys are smoking back there. I was driving someone about a week ago, and he took a big shit. You have no idea how hard it is to get the smell out of pleather.
Yo, meth heads.
Let's do this.
Fuck!
Yay! It's Jay and Silent Bob.
I just found out I have a kid, but I don't know how to be a father.
Anybody with cum can be a father, but only love can make you a dad.
How you gonna talk about love and you flinging cum all over the place? That shit's unseemly, bro.
What do you guys think about this reboot?
It sucks. There, I said it. And who's directing this shit anyway? Kevin fucking Smith?
Smells like this reboot went up in smoke.
Hey man, it's me, Kevin Smith.
Jason Mewes.
That's right, we're refugees from the 90s. Get ready for our sequel.
We already did.
We got ready because we got tickets.
We do. Day one. Well, it's
actually, no,
it's day whatever on the tour. Oh wait, does it?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, for real? I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, well, I saw him post a picture and it said October on the bottom.
Are you sure that's out just when the tour starts?
Oh, maybe that's
no, in theaters.
October 15th.
Fuck, I didn't even think about that. I thought we were seeing it first. Oh well.
And there's a Fathom sneak preview screen.
Should we cancel our tickets?
Should we? I don't know. Let's talk about that later.
That's fine.
So yeah, I thought that was gonna be before the.
I did too. Well, we're getting the Q&A part of it too. I guess.
That's true. Yeah.
We'll just see what happens.
So what do you think about that trailer, sir?
I think it looks... I'm excited for it. I'm definitely excited for it. And there's a lot of stuff. Ben Affleck and Kevin Smith have reunited.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, I actually saw that because he closed Hall H. So I was looking at his Instagram page and I saw like the big... Did you see the big post he posted about Ben Affleck and stuff?
No.
Just like the whole story. Well, we'll go watch that
on his
afterwards.
Instagram, I saw it.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
That's what I meant, not Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool that they were able to rekindle their friendship again and have him in the movie because, like, I mean, he's a big part of Kevin's career.
I mean, he basically said on the Instagram post, if I have this right, that he wrote an 8-page sequel to Dogma within the movie. That's how he worded it.
Yeah, because you see Matt Damon's character as
I'm not gonna be able
Loki or Bartleby. I forgot the names of the two.
He
He was Loki. Yeah, he played Loki.
Okay.
But yeah, it looked like he was dressed as Loki, although I thought they died at the end of the movie. But anyways, yeah, I'm excited for this, man. I think I'm
sorry, Chasing Amy, not Dogma. I knew I said that wrong.
Oh, okay.
Not only allowed, yeah. So because of rekindling, it not only allowed me to make an 8-page sequel to Chasing Amy in the middle of Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, it also brought back a massive missing piece in my heart.
So that means that, yeah, she wasn't. He did post a picture of Joey Lauren Adams. That's awesome. Oh man, I can't wait to see that, especially with that news too.
Yeah, it's really, really cool.
I also saw that Melissa Benoist is in it.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. Yes, he talked about it on the podcast. Whether you listen to his podcast or not, like he talked about how he had all these different people come in to do this movies from all his past Viewer Skew movies, which I think is awesome. And it sucks that we never got a Clerks 3, but with this, I'm still happy with.
Yeah, I am too. It does suck not getting Clerks 3, especially like it's just not gonna, like you sent me that thing about he's gonna do that, and I'm just like, man, if he's doing that, like which will be cool. I guess it'll be cool to know, but that's such a fucking bummer, man. I really just want to know more. I mean, like, I don't know.
Put it out as like a book, or just release a script.
What's that?
Or just release a script.
I know, but it's not. It's not the same though, and he probably will at some point. He probably will at some point, but. I want to know if there's actually, like, if there is any sort of bad blood between him and Jeff Anderson over it. Like, he doesn't talk ill of him, but it's just like, I just really want to know. Because everyone knows that's the one. That's the holdup.
Yeah. But, I mean, as you know, like, Jeff Anderson was never really an actor.
I know. But
and
still.
Like, that's not the thing he wants to do.
But still.
I mean, it sucks. I get that, but, like, I can't really blame him too much if he doesn't want to be acting. You know? How can you not when you're working with such great people?
It's just a bummer. But anyway, that's another thing. Jay and Silent Bob Reboot looks way better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
I guess. I have to be honest.
And he's like spoiling his whole fucking movie on Instagram. And like, I feel like he's...
You feel like he is?
Yeah, because he's always posting all these pictures. And then the way he talks about it's like scenes in the podcast.
I mean, I think he's probably still leaving a lot for the imagination. Or,
I'm sure,
for you to see.
But it's building hype for sure for his fans.
I mean, I have to be honest, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back probably isn't one of my favorite of his movies that came out. Like, it really...
I want to say one of my favorites.
I mean, it's just like, it's all right. I haven't watched it in a bit, so maybe I would think differently now. But I think this looks really good.
The last time we watched it was at the New Beverly, wasn't it? We watched Chasing Amy, and then we watched Jay and Bob double feature.
Was there a Q&A afterwards, or did we just go see it? With Kevin?
With Kevin, yeah.
Fuck. Okay. I kind of don't remember that, but I do at the same time. So that looks really cool. Wolf, we know about the chapter to the new It trailer. I don't want to watch it because I don't want to know more about the movie than I have to. Believe me, with as much as people are talking about that trailer, I fucking really want to see it. But I just kind of just don't want to watch it. That's why.
Did you watch any of the interviews with like the It cast on Conan or anything?
That's recent too?
Yeah, that was Conan had his whole Comic-Con thing going on.
And I guess to be fair, like, what's funny is I probably could watch it because the first thing that they put out was a teaser. Honestly, that first trailer is more of a teaser. But I don't know. It's something I know I'm gonna see, and so I'd rather just keep it fresh in my head.
Yeah.
Now
Well, I don't know if you want me to talk about something. They just said they broke a record of world record on that film.
Okay.
On It Chapter 2 with the most fake blood use.
Okay.
So, I guess that's kind of spoilerish.
It's all right.
But I just thought, like, wow, like Carrie had a lot of blood. You know,
Yeah.
there's definitely a bunch of other movies.
Yeah.
But like that's pretty crazy.
I'm sorry to make you sad, Wolf. I am.
Yeah. So shall we jump into the
This
movie?
show's gonna be.
Yeah, I know.
If we really talk about all this stuff.
So me, you, and Annie went to go see.
Rick requested this. This is a movie where he said, "I can't unless you." He's like, "I can't do it without you." That's why I want to pull the same thing on him and be like, "Hey, Rick, you know it's coming out. I can't do it without you. You should just go see it."
I didn't watch it unless I watched the first one.
Yeah, we'll have to do that too. Maybe it'll be a double feature.
Maybe.
But yeah, so this is a movie I didn't see the trailer for. I can't really say
what you were getting into.
Well,
like
yeah, I really didn't know. But anyways, we went to go see this movie, and that movie was weird.
It's called
Midsommar,
and it's Ari Aster's next film after Hereditary. Yeah.
Wolf, real quick before we dive into this, Rick hasn't seen it because he has a fear of clowns.
I have a fear of clowns. I can't watch it.
But you can watch it, though.
I can't.
I really think you would like it, like for real. I'm not even trying to be funny. There's a lot in there that I know that you'd like. But
I'm sure.
anyways.
So yeah.
So Rick dragged me to see this, and then, yeah.
So yeah, it's about a couple that travels to Sweden to visit one of their friends, I guess, hometown during their midsummer festival, and everything looks well. I'm just gonna give my own description, you know, and everything goes pretty well, but of course nothing goes well, and shit hits the fan. So Bryce,
I don't even know. Like, does it go as extreme as like shit hit the fan? Like, I just think
I know. I don't even think it just hits a weird fan.
Yeah, it's just like a lot of just stuff just starts happening, but then it's like for them it's like business as usual.
Yeah. So it's almost cult-like. So like the friends,
it definitely feels like a cult.
Yeah, the friends invite him to go to these couple to his hometown, where it's this big festival. Like, think of it as, I guess, like a small carnival with just your family, I guess you can say.
It's like over 9 days, right?
Yeah.
I think it's actually called. I think the festival is called Midsummer. Or maybe it's
there's a Midsummer festival.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what that.
It's just not like this.
Yeah.
So they're there, and they're kind of like one of the friends slash. Yeah, it wasn't a friend. He wasn't with. Yeah, it was a few friends.
Are we
one of the friends
talking vague, or are we gonna spoil?
No, we can spoil it. Should we spoil it?
Well, let's just talk.
We'll just talk.
You really want to
get into it. Yeah. So yeah, like one of his friends, like they're in college, and one of them is what do you call those people who study cultures and stuff?
An anthropologist.
Yeah.
Or he's studying anthropology.
Yeah, and he wants to write like their whole
thesis
on his friends' like family and their celebration of Midsummer.
Well, I think he wanted to write
specifically
about Midsummer in general.
In general, yeah. So yeah, like they start seeing things that are not normal to most people. I don't want to watch it either way, so I don't care. Okay. So yeah, like as it goes on, like they start learning the history and the background of like these people, and like as it goes on, you start noticing like this is pretty much a cult rather than a midsummer type of festival. Do you want to give your overall thoughts?
I mean, it was a movie. It's nothing I'll ever watch again. It's just
it made you feel uncomfortable.
It's just no, like it's not. That's why I don't know how to describe it. Like this isn't like a thing like how you have a fear of clowns and don't want to see it. It's just it's not in my wheelhouse, I guess. Like it just doesn't. I enjoyed the ride that I was on, and I wanted to see what would happen next, but then I get out of movies like this, and I just feel funny, because it's just, the material is just so weird. And it's not that I'm afraid, like, it's not that,
Right,
it just puts me in a weird, like, I come out of there thinking, like, who comes up with that? Like, I don't know. Like, I like weird stuff, but this had some just real weird stuff in it where it was sometimes, like, almost just felt like weird for the sake of weird, which that just isn't always my wheelhouse, I guess, you know? Right. Not to say that I don't like weird, but it's just not, this movie just wasn't really my thing. But I did enjoy the experience. It's just not something I probably would watch again. On the other hand, I know you and Annie both really enjoyed the movie. Spoilers, that's Rick's opinion.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the movie. There is something about the way this movie was shot, and like it, as the movie progresses, like it kind of spoils itself in the background.
If you're paying attention.
Yeah.
I don't even know if spoils is the right word. It just kind of gives
drops
you like
hints.
It's like I guess you could almost say foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing, yeah.
And yes, Wolf, kind of exactly like that. Wolf says it puts you in a disturbing feeling that you can't shake off sometimes. Like,
I definitely had those feelings before when watching movies. This one really just made me think more about like how much was like slowly kind of predicted through the movie as the movie went on, like with the bear, you know.
Yeah.
Like it's cool just to watch this and pay attention and try to see how to see this unfold, you know, and how it gradually gets you to like here, and then we're there. The actors in this were good. Very believable. There was one scene, it's just a technical thing, transition, that I really liked, where the girlfriend comes in and the girlfriend and the boyfriend of the main two characters.
Can I
You know what I'm talking about?
She goes into the bathroom, and then she's on the plane.
And then she's on the plane bathroom. Yeah. Like, I thought that was fucking awesome.
I know. I think you actually physically reacted to that, so I knew that you liked that shot.
Like, that was probably my favorite shot. One of my favorite shots of the movie was that whole transition. Like, because it felt like one continuous take. And then, like, when things like that happen. Kind of like in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Like, those are one continuous take. I don't know if this one was in this movie, but I know with most of Eternal Sunshine, those were like one continuous takes. Have you seen that movie? No. You should see it. I think you'll like it. Well, it's depressed fast a bit, but I think you'll like it. So yeah, like, I enjoyed this movie a lot. I would watch it again, which sounds weird because it is kind of gruesome and disturbing for my taste, because I'm kind of weak when it comes to like gross stuff.
Like, I nodded my head. You saying that you're weak. I didn't. I wasn't even trying like that. I think I was more agreeing with you with stuff.
I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like I've seen more gruesome movies, but
you like horror though. You like.
Yeah, but so do you. So do you.
Well, I mean, I feel like now I like horror because of you.
Yeah. They definitely show some stuff that it can be kind of hard to watch, but I don't know if it's like, I wouldn't categorize the movie as being like, you know what I mean? Like, there's some parts. I think most of the movie, is building up to those parts.
Yeah, definitely building up to.
If we feel it's necessary, we can. But so far, I think we're reviewing it without having to.
Okay. I feel like
you want to go for it.
I feel like this is also kind of in the sense, I'm not talking like picture perfect copy, but I just mean like when Get Out came out, and like people like, you just have to watch the movie so you can understand it. That's kind of how I feel about this, in a sense, where like it's not exactly in that sense because you kind of have an idea, but it's definitely one of those movies like once you watch it, you kind of understand what the fuck, you know.
Yeah.
So technical right now. But yeah, it does linger in your brain for a few days after you watch it.
I
At least for me, it did.
I got out of my brain pretty quickly. Like usually with stuff like that where I just don't know how to put it. It's just like I don't know. It's just not my style of movie, I guess.
Yeah. I try to kind of compare it to like maybe I'm not saying the story or anything, or just like how you feel when you watch it is like Get Out or like Neon Demon. There's another one too. Under the Skin with Scarlett Johansson. It kind of has like that weirdness to it, but in like this mainstream way. I don't know. I enjoy the movie a lot. Like I'm trying to review it the best I can without spoiling it because there's a lot of cool scenes in it.
Yeah, I remember there was two things that like I was confused about, and I can only remember one of them right now. I wish I could remember the other one, but I so this will be kind of spoiler territory, but it's not much. So if you want to put it up, I guess you can, Rick. But it's let me think. I can maybe say it.
I don't have the graphic.
Okay, well I could probably say it. I could probably say it without.
No, that's fine. I'll just put it
up in post. Spoilers. Well, here. I mean, it really isn't much. I thought it was. I feel like I thought it was kind of weird that like the friend that brought them there and stuff. I mean. I guess really at the end of the day you could find out that you just wonder what they're thinking there, because like did he go there strictly as someone that was just recruiting people, because it was just kind of odd that when it was all said and done you really didn't get his reaction to anything. It's like, you know what I mean, like it all comes out like that this shit's crazy and you didn't really get to see, you never saw when shit's really started to go down. We really never saw him again. And it just kind of makes you wonder, like, was this just like his plan all along, or even if they weren't weirded out by all this stuff, would things have been different? Like would they have all eventually left there at some point, or are they just going to be there? You know what I mean? Like there's a few things.
They just went with it rather than just
like they're just.
I wondered that too.
Yeah.
Like if like all right, we'll just go through this like. That character who went snooping around, like, I think if he didn't do that, like, would he have survived?
See, I don't know. Those are things that I just don't know. But yeah, I thought it was weird that we didn't really, because you're going there thinking that he's taking his friends there, but then we really never found out if he was really just kind of evil and just luring them into a trap, or they fucked it up for themselves. Like, I don't know.
Well, there was a part of the movie where they were going over, like, the text and stuff, like... they did bring they usually like bring other people with them because they needed that new blood.
No, that's definitely a thing. Obviously we saw that everybody brought people there.
Yeah.
But I just want to know from the perspective of the people that are bringing those people there, are they essentially leading them there to die?
Oh, on purpose.
Or I mean, I don't know. It's not obvious. We don't know that that's obvious because those people kind of fuck things up for themselves.
Oh, you're right. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yes.
Because they got all weird. They got all disruptive, and it's just like I just want to know, like, if they just went along with everything, would they have all left at some point, or is the whole thing just kind of like a trap? I don't know. And then I really can't remember what my other criticism was because I just don't remember what it was. So yeah, I'll just say that for now. But yeah, it was fine. Like I don't regret seeing it. It's just one of those movies where I just kind of in my head go, why? And then just like it'll probably something I'll never see again.
Yeah. I haven't yet, but I wanted to go and look on YouTube to see what other people's thoughts were as far as like, explaining, people explaining the ending or kind of like talking about the symbolism and stuff like that. Because like I don't really know much about the whole Midsummer Festival stuff.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how much it's based in reality, anyways. So.
Well, there is such a thing as.
No, I know, but I mean, in terms of what we saw in the movie.
So
I don't know if you'll get much out of that,
but it's definitely.
Oh, okay. With the other part, sorry. Well, go ahead.
No, go. I'm done.
It's definitely what?
I was gonna say it's definitely a good movie for me.
Okay. It was a movie for me.
Was a movie.
Yeah, the other part that I didn't quite understand, so this is sort of spoiler territory too, but it's not a massive spoiler. But like when they're all talking about the trip, and he says that I'm blanking on her name, but his girlfriend is coming up, and he said, and also she's coming on the trip.
Oh yeah.
He says she's coming on the trip, but he goes, but don't worry, she's not actually coming. She's accepted the invitation, but she's not coming.
She's not coming.
And they never really explain that. I'm like, I never quite understood. When I was watching that scene, I thought he was being like, well, don't worry, she said she's gonna go, but I'm gonna talk her out of it. But I don't feel like that was the case either, because after that scene, and then they cut to that scene that you like, they're all of a sudden there. And he's being really lovey with her. Like, it's not even like, oh, fuck, you're here. And so I thought that was kind of confusing. Like, he said, she's coming, but don't worry, she's not coming. And I feel like that wasn't really explained. Like, I don't really know what he meant by that. So I thought that was another part that sort of confused me. I don't know if you have any insight or if you're just as confused by that too.
No. I just kind of saw it as like, yeah, she says she's coming, but, when it comes down to it, she's not coming. That's kind of how I took it. I didn't really think
it just didn't come off that way. Like, it felt like he had like a motive behind it. Like, but don't worry, she's not coming. And it's just like,
oh, he was trying to find.
I don't know. I don't know.
It was weird.
I really just don't know. But that was the other thing. But anyways, we can move on because we have a few other things to talk about.
So anyways, that's Midsommar.
Yeah.
I recommend to see it if you like weird shit or weird movies. I enjoyed it.
I wish I could.
Which is weird that I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I wish I could think of another movie that has been. Do you remember those movies? And I barely remember them. I think my parents and their friends went to go see them, and I think I was a little kid and got dragged to go see it too. But do you remember these movies that came out I don't even want to give a year. It was just, we were young because I don't want to say 90s because I don't remember if it was 90s.
Late
it might
80s?
have been 80. It might have been that too. You remember The Gods Think We're Crazy?
The Gods thinks, yeah. Gods Must Be Crazy.
Yeah, I haven't seen this since I was a little kid, but that's another thing where those movies to me are just fucking weird.
I didn't understand those movies.
And that's the kind of vibe I get from a movie like this, where I just kind of leave it. I'm just like, what the fuck? What is that?
God Must Be Crazy / Midsommar crossover event.
But so I'm glad. So you understand my comparison?
I totally understand the comparison.
It's just kind of I don't know.
Yeah.
So then we can move on. Well, you can type it up if you want, but there was a few of them.
Yeah.
So 1980, and then there's one in 1989. I wasn't born in 1980. 89 it might have been.
Probably watched it on video.
There might have been another one. Yeah, I don't know. There was one where I feel like my parents went to the theater. In 89, I was still really fucking young, so I don't know that I would have been there too. Was it really only 2? Maybe there was only 2. But yeah, they're just weird fucking movies, and that's just not something that I'm into. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I get it.
So yeah, anyways.
That's a pool, man. I didn't expect that kind of a pool.
Yeah.
But I could understand that.
Movies like that, I don't know.
That's funny.
Or there's the other movie that I saw too that made me feel this way also. I don't know if you saw it, but I saw it with Annie. The Lobster.
No, I didn't see that. I wanted to see that.
If you ever see it and you watch that, I think you'll understand the type of movie that I'm talking about. So it just makes me feel weird.
That's funny. Not going.
Well, I was just going to say, before we get into all that, so this wasn't going to come out until next Friday, the 26th. But at Comic-Con, they did this whole thing, which I'm sure was probably kind of planned, but Kristen said Hulu didn't get anything for my birthday, Kristen Bell, Veronica Mars, and she said during her panel, what I'd really want is for just the show just to be live right now, and then literally they put the show up, right then, which is kind of interesting, unless it was hidden in plain sight the whole time. They literally put it on, it went up at an odd time. It would have been 12 noon or something on a Friday. But yeah, so the show got put up early, and it was the full season. It's kind of interesting to me that they did it that way. I'm trying to remember. Maybe they do this with some of their shows. I want to say Sneaky Pete gets all put up at once too, but The Handmaid's Tale comes out weekly. And so I remember wondering if it was going to be that way.
It does come out weekly.
Comes out weekly. I want to say Sneaky Pete is there all at once too. Wait, Sneaky Pete is Amazon though. Okay, so yeah. I don't have another Hulu show to reference. Is Sneaky Pete Amazon?
Yeah.
Not Hulu?
No. It's
Okay.
Amazon.
So yeah, I don't have another original director. Yeah, I do. Fucking Castle Rock was also Hulu.
Yeah,
and
that's
that
Hulu.
came out once a week, like a show. Handmaid's Tale came out once a week. Veronica Mars got put up all at once. And I don't know if they have a history of doing this with their other stuff, but this was put up all at once, like Netflix style.
Looming Towers, I know, was all at once.
Okay. So I don't know how they decide to do that and when.
Right.
But yeah, so they did that, and it was cool. And Rick had his internet crisis and wanted, it's like, hey, can I come over? So he used me.
I used you.
To watch Veronica Mars. He didn't actually genuinely want to hang out because we hate each other.
Yep.
But yeah, so we ended up watching the first 5 episodes on Friday, and then Rick's internet went back on, and we finished it yesterday because normally for me, like with this sort of thing, although the story in Stranger Things is kind of this way too, which it's like, even if you want to kind of like, oh, I'll watch a couple and take a break, it's such an ongoing thing that you want to keep going. It almost feels like an extended movie, even though it's 8 hours. I feel like maybe if left to my own devices, I would have maybe tried to savor this a little bit more because I tried to do that with Stranger Things, but we just went for it, and we've already watched the whole thing. So yeah, I'm assuming we'll probably talk spoilers a bit, maybe. I don't know.
We're getting into spoilers.
Okay, so we're gonna get into spoilers.
So we'll let you know. We'll let you know when.
This guy right here is a massive Veronica Mars fan. He got me into it, had me watch it. I obliged. I didn't judge before watching it.
Still have to watch Buffy.
Yeah.
But anyways,
so this is cool. Like, this is exciting. I mean, the show like had 3 seasons and it was done, and then it had its movie, which you just didn't know. Like they've always been like, oh, we'd like to do more. Like, if given the chance, we'll do more. There was books. There was all this other stuff. And then this news came out like what, last year?
It was last year, yeah.
And it was a full blown like, holy shit, you're basically getting a new season of Veronica Mars. And honestly, if I were a betting man, I think we're getting many more seasons to come. I mean, that's just what I think.
Kristen Bell said that she'll play Veronica Mars until everyone in Neptune is dead.
And they legit have the platform for it now. So, dude, like, I mean, if you ever had a wish or dream of Veronica Mars coming back, I think you have it. So, with that
being said,
let's get into it.
I absolutely, of course, loved the series.
You mean this season or the series?
The season, sorry. There was a lot to take in, and also know that I've been watching. I was trying to watch all of the seasons before this one came out, but that kind of got ruined. But I did pretty much finish season 2 before this came out, so which was enough for me because, I mean, I wouldn't say season 3 was my favorite.
Was or wasn't?
Wasn't.
Okay.
My favorite. But I love this show because, like, real quick, like I said, I'm rewatching it, like, it's still topical. It's still relevant to today, which is amazing. Like, it holds up. I mean, other than technology.
Well, it still
holds up as far as, like, being in high school. And, well, I mean, I'm not in high school, but, I mean, dealing with shit from, you know, bullies and whatnot. Like, not only that, but
that is not what this season's about, though.
No. I'm talking about like like I said, I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. You're still talking about that. Okay, just making sure.
No, I'm talking about season 1.
I got it now. I got thrown off.
Yeah, I'm talking about seasons 1 and 2. Like, it holds up for to today. Not only with that, but with society and the haves and have-nots. There are no middle class. Like, it's like it holds up to today's standards. And now, like with this new season, like. And I'm also kind of regurgitating everything I've saw from the interviews. Like, this is about gentrification in Neptune, you know. So yeah, like, it's amazing for this 2004 show to now to still be alive, you know. And we've got it in streaming now, and it's amazing. Like,
yeah. I mean, it's one of those shows, like, I was talking with Annie about this earlier, where it can kind of just keep going. Like,
it can.
Psych, I think, is the same way.
Psych can keep going.
I love that we're getting the movies from Psych, but, like, the show's done in a way where you can kind of, like, it doesn't necessarily have to end because, you know, she's a detective, basically. There's always going to be a new case.
People are going to hire her.
There's always going to be a new case, and, you know, that makes it fresh right away. And then while those cases are happening, of course, you could further along the stories of the people around her and her herself.
Yeah.
So I think it's cool that it's back. I really like Rob Thomas really has a vibe. Like, this show has a vibe, and it still has the same vibe, and it's just really enjoyable. I don't even know how to categorize the show in general, because like it's just like I don't know. Like I can't compare it to something else. Like I don't want to say it's like a Gossip Girl 90210 type show where like I feel like no, but like don't shake your head so crazy because I feel like
I don't know about Gossip Girl.
I feel like it's in bullshit. You've watched Gossip Girl, so you know enough. It's in that same. I think it's in that same wheelhouse, like, but it's different. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's just like a feel to his shows, and that's why, dude, like, I'm pleading with you to keep watching iZombie because you have no reason not to love that show if you like this show, especially with all the same people that are on.
Yeah,
there.
While we were watching, you were telling me like, oh, Logan is an iZombie and has a character arc. It seems like.
Yeah, Weevil's in it too.
Weevils is in it.
Dude,
Yeah.
everybody, like, I'm just saying, like, and I know you've liked what you've seen, from what I understand, but, like, dude, like, with how much you like Rob Thomas, like, it's something you have to watch, and I'm bringing this up because
not to shame me.
No, not at all. Like, I'm bringing it up because I like the vibe of these shows, and I feel like iZombie captures that vibe, and Veronica Mars obviously is where I got the vibe from, and it's cool to have that back. Yeah. Especially now that iZombie is over, so you have no excuse.
Yeah, especially after watching this, like, I want more.
I think you're gonna get it.
Well, I mean, like, more Rob Thomas.
Oh, well, dude,
so, like,
yeah, just fucking watch it.
Knowing that I have iZombie now to go to.
I think you should start
over. Back on Veronica Mars.
It's been too long.
Yeah. Back on Veronica Mars. I absolutely love this season. They did a lot of stuff. They answered a few questions here and there. They brought up more questions here and there. They brought back a lot of people that from obviously the past seasons, and brought back people I didn't expect either. So that was awesome. Yeah. It was weird. So like the whole point is Dick's dad, Big Dick Casablancas, is his name, who was a real estate agent, or is a real estate agent now again in this season, is out of prison and now back into buying up all this land. And during spring break, all these bombings happen. 3 bombings happen. And it's slowly starting to push like tourism and spring breakers out of Neptune.
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to buy up all the real estate.
I mean, don't go crazy on the recap stuff. Like, just talk about how you feel. Because,
But
I mean, we got a lot more to talk about, too.
How I felt about it overall?
Well, I mean, keep going. I'm just saying, like, I don't think we have to. I mean, you got it. Like, there's a thing that happens. Veronica Mars is on the case. All this stuff.
she's
like,
on the case.
Talk about the highlights. Like, talk about like the highlights, lowlights, whatever. I wasn't trying to throw you off base. I just mean we have like still other stuff, a lot about this to talk about that I don't think.
I like. Okay, well, starting with the first episode, I like the beginning. I like how much more tech savvy she is now. Obviously, thanks to Mac. Not that she wasn't tech savvy before, but like the way she is, she was in like the first 10 minutes of the show when she's trying to solve a case. It's a one-off case.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, oh, he's invading. You know, he's took over your router. He has like just watching her do all this tech stuff. I thought was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Her friend Mac, who's a tech genius in this, isn't in this movie, but in the series, but she is referenced. She was a regular in the 3 seasons.
I saw an article. Like, what was the reason?
She had she was
like
filming something else, and it conflicted with her schedule.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm sure we'll see her back in the next season.
That's Deb from Napoleon Dynamite, right?
Yes. So like, it's cool to see how much. I mean, we saw it in the movie too, but it's cool to see how much she progressed and like how.
Well, again, like you said, moving along with the times.
Yeah,
you know, like when the show first came out, like of course, you know, computers and stuff were still not new. I don't mean new, but I mean
right. It's
just like that was
considered for nerds.
Yeah.
So yeah, the modernization of it and everything, like it's like I enjoyed it. Like I love her character. I love her and like Logan together, which is so weird.
Yeah.
It took me a while to like her and Logan together because I like Duncan, you know, but Duncan's off, and Which I found out that the actor who plays Duncan quit acting. That's why he's never been brought back.
Interesting.
So we won't see him again because he's quit acting. Like him and Jeff Anderson are in a cabin in the woods. So first episode was great. I love how it started off with the curse word. She says shit.
Well, okay, let's talk about that real quick. So I thought it was funny. I made a joke when we were watching it. I think the only cuss word she said throughout the whole show was shit. And then otherwise, that's the only one she said was shit.
Yeah.
And then otherwise, she did this whole thing, which if you watch The Good Place, you know, like there's a thing in there where she can't cuss. So she says, instead of, you know, fuck, she says, you know, fork. What the fork. And in this, she did like, you know, cuss this.
It's like a bet with her dad.
Yeah, or
saying who can say the F word first.
Which I just wonder, like I just thought it was funny that she's now in 2 shows where she deliberately tries not to cuss. And it has nothing to do with them trying to keep the show at a certain rating, because the show was definitely more edgy and risque than it ever has been. Like sex and lots of stuff, which I think is cool. And that's another benefit of shows being on Hulu and Netflix and HBO and all that stuff. Not that that's what makes a show good, but I feel like it's nice when you aren't restricted creatively by what you can or can't do on TV.
Yes.
So I think it's really cool to see this sort of more adult version of Veronica Mars while it still sort of stays, you know, within itself too.
I agree with that. Because there were some sexy scenes in this for sure.
God, the one that happened, I think, in the episode before, like
the first one or the second
no,
one?
No. The one that her fantasy with Leo. I was like,
holy shit. Yeah.
This is like just full blown right now.
Yeah. And then Wallace in the corner.
Yeah, I thought it was, and like I know, like when the movie happened, she like just had a baby, you know, so she wasn't quite in Veronica Mars shape. Where in this, and that I don't mean anything by that, but like you could tell like she's still like, and it didn't matter, like it doesn't matter.
She always looks good.
It just didn't matter, but I thought it was interesting. Like she really looked, she essentially
looked
like,
the same.
Kind of looks the same. Like obviously she hadn't just had a baby, and so she like looked more like how she always did on the show.
Yeah.
And again, don't get me wrong, she didn't look bad in the movie. I just remember she even joked about how like I just had a baby, I'm not fully in shape and all this other stuff. But it was crazy like how well like she's aged and stuff. Even her dad looks fucking fantastic.
Yeah, her dad, like both her and her dad, like I feel like they barely even aged at all.
Dick too.
When he doesn't have his beard, he definitely looks the same.
Yeah.
But the ones who I felt like definitely looked different was Logan. He obviously,
I think it's just that
got
he's
more
just
buff.
more in shape, and then it wasn't as jarring to me just because I'm in iZombie.
Right. It was just weird to hear that voice come out of this like big, suave dude. You know. Same thing with Wallace. Like
Wallace looks different too.
He's also all jacked up too.
He's just bigger, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I love this fucking show. I mean, I don't know what. I mean, I'm trying not to get too spoilery.
I mean, I think we're gonna talk about some.
We see Weevil like back again too. We see Duncan Kane later on in the season, or in the episodes. I said Duncan. Jake Kane, his dad. So, and they do make references to the TV show. Because they have...
Yeah, of course, they have to.
Yeah, they have...
I'm looking at this, I mean, it's season 4, so I mean, it's just like, that's what it is. The movie was kind of off over here, which they do reference the movie, because obviously her dad is the way he is because of what happened in the movie.
Right, yeah.
So,
because he did get into an accident in the movie. So, the girl, Maddie...
Also an iZombie.
She's also a night zombie. Damn.
Later on.
I'm trying to figure out. That is her name, Maddie Ross. Her dad was the one in the hotel that got blew up and died, so now she's basically the Veronica character from season 1 trying to find justice as well. And I like her character a lot. I thought it was cool to kind of like see that. It almost felt like a kind of like a foreshadow, like if anything does happen to Kristen Bell's character, Veronica, like we might see her. I don't know. I don't think.
I know it's never gonna happen.
I know it's never gonna happen,
Yeah.
but like I like that, you know, they have this character who's learning the trade.
Well, it
seems like.
I mean, if you fast forward to the ending,
Yeah.
like that was perfect.
That was yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Spoiler territory?
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. We're gonna do spoilers in 3, 2, 1.
Is there something that you want to say really bad right now? Because I
Go, just
okay.
I want
Can
you
I talk about some stuff I didn't like?
I like to hear you talk about Veronica Mars. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, this is totally spoilers. I don't know that I agree that they killed Logan. I don't know that I agree with that, honestly, at all.
Okay.
I just feel like it could have and would have been so much more interesting if he... And I guess it's always possible that he could still be alive, but I don't think so. I mean, there's that whole joke on TV, if you never saw the body, then you never know. But they did the whole 1 year later, so I don't know where or what, like where he would be. But yeah, like I just think it kind of sucked that she didn't, you know, like in some of this, like if anybody's watching, she's gonna think I'm regurgitating some of what she said. But I do agree with a lot of it. It sucked that she didn't get to be happy for very long at all. And another thing a lot of people are pointing out too is that it just feels kind of lame that I've read a little bit about this because like so here's the deal. So last night Andy's mom was she was we were hanging out with her and she was over later than I thought, so I didn't even start watching these last 3 episodes till 1:30 in the morning. So I was up till 4 something finishing.
Jesus Christ. Right?
And I was gonna be like, if I didn't finish, I was like, Rick, I didn't finish. Like we could just talk about what we've seen up to this point. But after it ended, I wanted to hear what some people said, and there's some people that kind of like depends on depends on the angle that you look at it. But there's some people that don't like Veronica in this season. They think that she seems like she's, I don't know if selfish is the word, but selfish, maybe a little self-absorbed, isn't really that good to Logan. And the big thing, and Annie pointed this out, and I think some other people pointed it out too, but I think I might have only heard this from Annie, but people implied some of the same stuff, is that it just seems kind of weak that it took Logan dying for her to finally come to terms with the fact that, hey, maybe there is something up with me and I do need therapy, and to actually go see a therapist. Like, that's a little weak, and I just think it would have and could have been so much more interesting to see them together over these next few seasons and them working through this stuff out together, you know? I don't know. Tell me what you think about all that. I just think it's just
so like
kind of disappointing.
Here's my thought on that, because obviously Logan's death is the thing that everyone's talking about.
It's not even so much, just to, not to cut you off, I don't want you to think that I'm mad they killed the character. It's not so much that. I just don't know if it was necessary. No. Yeah. I just don't know that it was necessary.
Veronica's character in general has been through way too much.
That was the other point.
She lost her best friend. She lost friends on the bus. You know, she had to deal with being raped. You know, it's like she's gone through so much. You know, what happened to her in college, like... It sucks that this is. I mean, I'm not saying that the show sucks or anything. I'm just saying that
the situation show doesn't suck. But we don't have to agree with everything.
Yeah, her situation sucks. Like, I thought she was finally going to get that happy ending. You know, that she deserves.
And even if Logan lives, it doesn't mean like, oh, it's happy. Like, it doesn't. No, like there still was a lot of territory. Yeah.
Right. There's still a lot of things they can go through, because we saw Parker at the DMV with Logan.
Yeah.
You know? And that talk where they were talking to each other, you know, about marriage and stuff, you know, she was getting I think their car in her name because of a divorce.
Mm.
Like, you know, him almost not going to make, so it seemed like it's like he wasn't going to make it to the wedding.
I mean, that was totally a red herring, though.
I kind of believed it.
But it was, though.
But
I kind of did, too. I was like, oh, wow.
Because how long it got dragged. That's why I was like, oh, no. Come on, Logan.
Yeah. And then I was like, I don't know. Then I started thinking like, well, they planted the seeds hard enough with her and Leo to where they're trying to get us prepared for that.
That's why I felt kind of like that.
Yeah.
But, that didn't happen. And they got married. I totally forgot what I was going to... Oh, with Logan. Okay. So then that happens, right?
Hold that thought. I just want to touch on something that you started talking about at the beginning before we completely drift off. So you talked about everything she's been through.
Yeah.
That was the other point people were trying to make, where it depends on which side of the fence you're on. Some people look at it as her not seeming like she's being a very good person.
Yeah, I kind of felt that way too.
And then other people also say, but, Veronica should have mental problems with everything she's been through.
She totally does.
So they talked about it being a mental health thing. I'm like, that's an interesting angle, but I still don't think that they had to kill Logan for her to come to any sort of realization. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Other people also took issue with the fact they thought it was stupid. It's like, the show, as far as we know, takes place in 2019. She could Skype with Logan on something other than a computer. You know what I mean? Like there was just a lot of things where it's just like, I don't know. But anyways, go on with what you were saying.
So, yeah, I felt they did the thing that I don't like unless it's done well, which is that 1 year later thing. Like, I honestly thought when that happened, the explosion and everything, I thought it was going to cut there because we're not going to know, like, what happened, like, he saw the parking guard or whatever, or parking ticket person come up, so maybe he walked away from the car.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be something, I thought that was going to be the cliffhanger for the next season,
Well, I mean,
possible next season.
He saw the parking guy coming up, so I think he wanted to get in the car even faster to move it before he got a ticket.
Perhaps. You never know. Maybe something else. I mean, at least that's what I was thinking in my mind until we got that 1 year later bullshit. And
even that, they still never explicitly said that he was dead, but...
That is true. But they do say he's gone.
Yeah.
So it's like, maybe he's in the hospital brain dead. I don't know.
But that's not good either. Yeah. Like that like there's nothing good can kind of like... I don't want to say they fucked it up. It makes me
sad.
It's just kind of a...
It just makes me sad.
For as much as I was enjoying the show, and I was happy to finish it, it bummed me out when I'm like, it's fucking 4:30 in the morning, and now that just happened. I'm just like, that's not what I wanted. Like, it's just kind of a bummer.
Well, let's talk about Patton Oswalt, too.
Okay.
Like, I did not see that coming. Did you?
That it was him?
Yeah.
No. I don't remember.
Here's the thing why I didn't think that.
Did I ever make a joke about that at some point? I feel like Annie or you or someone made a joke about it at some point. But I don't remember.
I think Annie made the joke about it. I'm like, there's no way it's going to be him.
She might have.
Yeah, because I knew, like, this is like it's Patton Oswalt. He doesn't play bad guys. I feel like he doesn't play bad guys.
Yeah.
For the most part. So, with that in mind, like, I didn't expect that at all. Like, I just figured it was going to be Dick's dad, or, I don't know, J.K. Simmons' character, which was also a different turning point for him, too, in this, at the end of the series.
I didn't love that either, to be honest with you. I actually thought, like, I don't think Annie agreed with me, but I said to Annie, I'm like, don't you think... What's Veronica's dad's name? Whatever, Veronica's dad. I'm like, I feel like he's being too hard on him. Because, like, at the end, like, when it really... Of what?
Iced tea or Coke?
I'm okay. I honestly sort of felt like it just seemed genuine that he just wanted to be his buddy. And he's still just like, no, I can't. It's like, come on. Like, so I don't know how I feel about that either. I also... Keith.
Yeah.
I also... Yeah, so that sort of bugged me a little bit. And then I think it's weird, too. I'm jumping around a little bit now.
Right.
So, there's... Like, they do that 1 year later thing. But even before the 1 year... Like, we get no reaction from Dick about his dad being fucking beheaded. Dick just disappeared after the volleyball thing.
Right.
And then he loses his best friend, too. No Dick. Like we don't even get them. Maybe that's what they're saving for next season, for another season. But it's still just kind of like, it just was weird how much he fell. Honestly, I was a little disappointed with his involvement in the show because it felt like, and maybe there's a reason for it, but he almost didn't even need to be there.
Dick?
Yeah, because he played little to no role. I could almost argue that
he was the king of Spring Break.
What's the friend's name?
Mackenzie?
No.
Mac.
Who?
Mac? Are you talking who?
Who's the? I don't know. What's the black guy? What's the black guy's
Wallace.
name? Wallace. Okay, thank you. He almost didn't really like. He was almost kind of there just to be there, you know, like in some ways. I'm glad he was
there for. I mean, he was. That's our best friend.
I know, but he didn't really play much of a role.
He didn't, but I don't see why he couldn't just pop up like that.
No, I'm not saying he can't pop up. I wish that there were
you just wish there were
roles for
gotcha,
Dick
gotcha.
and what's his name?
I gotcha. Wallace. Just more chunky roles for them.
Yeah, like even Weevil had a chunkier of a role, but I mean his thing was kind of like, you know, he saved her and then he rides off his motorcycle and then he's never seen from again, so we don't know what happens there. It's just like, I was going to make a joke today. I'm like, you know, really this is their plan all along. They released the season a week earlier because this Friday they're releasing season 5 and they really have 2 seasons in the can. Like, there's so much that went
That would be awesome.
There's so much that went unsaid. Well, you heard it here first if that's what actually happens, but there's so much that kind of went unsaid and not in a cliffhangery sort of way. In a way where I'm just kind of like, really? Like, how do you not revisit those characters like a little bit after some big moments in the show? But it's fine. Like, they did a lot. I loved it. I'm not saying I didn't love it, but I'm going to be critical, too, of the things that I feel like I want to be critical about. But it was great. Like, I'm not saying otherwise. It's just things that...
I 100% get what you're saying and agree, too, because fucking, like, it hurt me that they got that about Logan. It just hurts me.
I actually jokingly said to Annie, like, I'm not going to be like, oh, I called it. But when he got called back to duty... and he never talked to her.
I didn't think it was going to come back.
And he never talked to her and left a voicemail. I said, Anna, like, he's going to die. I said that, and I thought maybe something was going to happen when he went off into duty. But when I said he's going to die, I'm like, I didn't actually think he was going to die later doing something else entirely. So I'm not going to take credit for that, but it did cross my mind about him.
Can I just spoil the book really quick for you?
Sure.
So that part where he does leave and they try to Skype each other back, I got scared because in the book that happens. He goes back to active duty and they Skype with each other and like they're talking in the book and then like all of a sudden like you just see it boom and it cuts out in the book.
So that bothers me. It doesn't bother me, but like I'm glad I didn't read that because that says like Rob Thomas has then apparently been trying.
But we don't know if he was dead or not because I haven't read the next book.
And I guess we could.
I don't think you would.
I guess we could argue we don't know that he's dead here until we see full evidence but that doesn't explain where he's been for a year, at all.
Well, yeah, that's true. 1 year later, like, how do you not know where he's at?
And she's sad, and she's traveling around, has to get out of Neptune. Like, I don't know. I can't. I'm trying to think of a scenario where he could still be alive, but
I just don't think we want him to be dead, because he's dead.
I mean, it could be that they've moved, okay? You know, like, because of his job, and maybe she's secretly seeing the therapist without Logan knowing, and so that could explain the therapist saying, like, what would Logan say if he knew you were here? I don't know.
What about the voicemail?
What about it, though? That could happen whether he was alive or dead. That voicemail was left before they got married.
I don't think he's alive, man.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying...
I
you can't roll. I'm not saying that's what I think. I'm just trying to actually think of ways where he would be.
He would be alive.
But at the same time, then what's the point of having the car explode?
Like we're going to have the same conversation in our next topic.
Yeah, we are, but a little bit different.
Yeah.
It'll be different, though.
Definitely
different. Because I feel differently about that. But anyways.
Yeah.
Overall, man, I thought it was good. I just like there's little things, and I absolutely want more. And I think we're getting more. Like, I think Veronica Mars is on for the foreseeable future. I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon.
Do you think it lived up to the... I expectations as far as more R-rated, not like a Veronica we've seen before hype?
Did they promote that?
Yeah, like Kristen Bell said, this is not like what you're gonna see on television.
Yeah, yes. I think they could even go further though. I think they kind of dipped their toe. I'd say they dipped in. I'd say they went waist deep because there was some sex scenes that like obviously would not happen on TV.
Pretty graphic.
That probably wouldn't happen on TV. And like, granted, you never actually see something, but you see a lot of body. I guess I'll say that, and you see the motion and all that stuff. But I definitely think they could go even deeper and darker too, for sure.
I hope we get that.
I'm sure we will.
So, absolutely loved it.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
I do have that same feeling.
Yeah. I mean, I'm curious for you and Annie to talk about it too. But
she came on the show.
Yeah.
Tulip too.
I didn't even think about that.
But
anyways, it was good. It was really good. I want more. I'm sad I'm already done with it. I kind of mostly did that for you. But at the same time, I probably would have kept going too because it just has.
I would have kept going too. Yeah. Probably should have got a cheaper Uber ride.
Stranger Things, I feel like in a sense, it does the same thing where I do want to keep going. But for some reason,
you want to savor it.
But for some reason I felt same with Veronica Mars. I wanted to savor that too, but at the same time, Veronica Mars, I don't know how else to put it. Stranger Things, I feel like does the same thing, but for some reason, Veronica Mars, I got more of the vibe as if I was watching just one really long episode. Where Stranger Things feels like I'm watching a really long movie. I don't know how to explain it. Anyways, it was good stuff. I wasn't disappointed. I don't think you were disappointed either. But man, I don't know how I feel about them killing Logan.
Yeah.
I really don't. I will say, though, that Leo and Veronica Mars, at least the way that it's written, they write it to where it makes it seem like she has way better chemistry with him than she does with Logan. The way they interact.
I'm not going to just, put down her and Logan's relationship at all by saying this. I'm just kind of saying it for the sake of just saying it. But her and Leo definitely had a nice relationship. Normal relationship.
And a lot of that is the writing, I'd say, too, because they do write them in a certain way. And so, of course, I could say that. But, the vibe between those two is very,
normal.
If you saw them together, both couples together, you would walk away saying that she has better chemistry with Leo, I think. But that's mostly just how it's written.
I feel like it's more healthy.
Yeah.
Another thing real quick. I like the way how Logan exits after, when he's doing the security detail and he tells his clients that the governor that he spoke the language. I like the looks on their faces. That's
that was really good.
Clarence Weedman.
What?
He hires Clarence Weedman to watch them.
Who's that again?
He was the head of security for Jake Kane.
Oh.
And he was also the one who killed Logan's dad.
I thought he was familiar.
He killed Logan's dad.
Okay. I definitely thought he was familiar for sure.
Duncan sent him after they killed Logan's dad.
That's right. It's been a while.
So when I saw that, I was like, what the fuck is he doing there? But, Logan never really liked his dad anyways after... he killed Lily, so...
Right. But otherwise, in that 1 year later scene, I thought I thought Maddie being in the desk, I thought was perfect.
Yes.
The nice. Dad, it's good news about her dad, about Keith being healthy.
On wrong medications that was causing his lapses.
Healthy, you got the hip replacement, it's all good. But I don't know, I was kind of bummed. I want to explore the J.K. Simmons-Keith relationship more.
I do too.
So I was kind of like, dude, just come on, just be his friend.
Oh.
So I don't know.
Hopefully we get more of something like that in the next season. I'm just going to say there's a next season, because if we will it...
it's absolutely
If we will it, it will happen.
Rick, there's no way it's not. It was written in a way to where it's definitely happening. I don't think it's anything where we have to hope. It's 100% happening. Like I said, it might even be happening as soon as this Friday. How did they? What was the last thing they left us with? Oh, her listening to that to the
voicemail. Yeah, and driving off.
Yeah,
leaving Neptune. By the way, really quick on Neptune. Neptune looked a lot more like Neptune than the movie.
Okay.
I don't know if you agree with me on that.
It's been a while since I've seen the movie.
I know there was some kind
and I just
of...
know it's not San Diego. And specifically, there's one part where Anna's like, oh, that's Abbott Kinney.
I was going to say, I know there are scenes in there that definitely are LA. But it definitely felt more Neptune than it did in the movie.
So it was really good.
But we loved it.
So anyways, if you watch this live, thank you for doing that. Sorry, thank you for sticking with us for as long as we did. It's really hot in here. We're going to save Stranger Things for later. I don't even know. Yeah, it's whatever. I'm talking about it. Anyway, yeah. So if you joined us in the chat, Thunderfoot Bros, Broken Wolf, thank you for coming by and hanging out with us. Yeah. And if you didn't catch us live, maybe next time follow us on social media and you could find out when we go live and you can join us. But if you didn't, that's okay. You can check out the audio version of the podcast on Tuesday on someshitwelike.com and all of your favorite podcast services. Rick will put up clips all throughout the week. Or wait, there'll be clips available for you all throughout the week. Rick is doing all this hand stuff and he's making me do hand stuff too. And the full show will be up on Friday. And that's what we do here. That's what we do, right, Rick?
That's what we do here. Yeah. So, Bryce, until next time,
that was some shit we like.